Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to a brand new week here at Hunky Dory TV. My name is Anne-Marie and I'm going to be looking after you during this show where we have a brand new launch for you. It's very, very exciting. Looking after us in the producer's corner is the fabulous Emily. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good, good. And in demonstration station is the wonderful Natalie.
Hello everyone.
How are you?
I'm really good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good.
Did you have a nice week off?
I did.
It's been very busy here. Me and Becca have been
holding the fort.
I wouldn't really say holding.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a bit crumbly.
Okay.
But we've got there. It's
You've
a new
made it.
week.
You have done it. You've been incredible.
We're quite proud of ourselves on
You
Friday.
should be. You
We're
should
very
be.
proud of ourselves on Friday.
It's a
yeah.
very busy time here,
It's so busy.
as always. But
always
this
June.
year feels
Oh, this year's just
even more particularly busier
Yeah.
than normal. It's been a little bit cray cray.
It has, hasn't it?
A little bit cray cray. But you've made it through
Well,
week.
that week. On to the next.
On to the next, exactly. What positive vibes. I'm loving it. Let us know what you got up to over the weekend. Did you enjoy the weather? It has been very, very hot, hasn't it? We had a little bit of a thunderstorm on Saturday, did you?
No.
Did you not?
No. We had a because we were planning to see the family over the weekend, and we had a big discussion with my brother-in-law because he was like, we can't do it today, it's gonna thunder, and sent us the Met Office link, and we were like, nothing but blue skies here. And it was a little bit cloudy when it was like full on thundering over in Blackpool, but no.
How random.
And then we missed the rain yesterday because it rained at our house, but we were in Blackpool.
Oh, see, we didn't get any rain yesterday, yeah.
And it was like 5 minutes, if that.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
How random. Did you get a thunderstorm, Em?
I was in Liverpool and all hell broke loose.
Did it?
Yeah, flash flood.
Yeah. We got the tiniest little bit of rain here. I think it rained more overnight, but the thunder and lightning was really good. It was like pink lightning.
No, we
like
didn't get
proper
any.
fork
It was
lightning.
really. I was actually quite sad because I do love a.
Yeah, I
do love a
good
storm, and I
thunderstorm.
thought it was going to storm last night because it was very grey.
Yeah.
But no, it either did and I slept through it, or it
Maybe.
passed.
It's meant to. We are meant to get them again this afternoon in Preston,
Wow.
like at home time. You know, just what we all need on the first Monday back after half terms and things like that. Yeah, thunderstorm. Yeah, let's do that. So let us know what you've been up to. Are you just sitting inside and crafting, keeping cool? It's the best way, isn't it? Get yourself a nice cold drink and stay inside. So before we show you this incredible brand new For the Love of Stamps launch, shall we take a look at this week's Win It Weekly? Look at this wonderful selection of Miri card we have. 60 sheets of your core Miri Mega Mix. So you've got your gold, silver, and we do have a rainbow. There is one or two hiding behind here. There's not many of them. What have you done with them all? Or are they all at the front?
Hiding.
There's just one. You do get, I don't know, yeah? You do get 20, 20 and 20. It is worth £19.99 and we have got 5 lucky winners, but you need to answer our question correctly, which is, which famous person celebrates their birthday on March 15th? Is it A, Doctor Who? Is it B, Sherlock Holmes? Or is it C, Santa Claus? Which do you think is the answer? I genuinely have no idea. I'm going to take a wild guess because I'm sure we all know what's coming this week. So I'm going to take that guess.
I don't know. It might be a trick one.
It could be, because Emily's tricksy like that,
Emily
you know.
likes to trick us from
She
time
does.
to time. Could
We
be a
think we're
tricksy.
clever. We think we know the answer, and she's like,
Nah, not
no,
this week.
not at all. So what do you think is the answer? Let us know in the comments. And on Friday, we will pick 5 winners of that incredible core Miri Mega Mix, which is worth £19.99. Okay, are you ready for this gorgeous new launch? Let's have a look at some of the cards. Aren't they absolutely stunning? I really do love this concept, and when Stacey first came up with the idea, I think I don't know, I think it's very, when you look at the stamps, you kind of automatically want to think you're going to colour them, like have the black and then colour them in, but there's so many different things you can actually do with them.
So many gorgeous ways in which you can use them, which is it makes them really exciting actually.
Yeah.
But they are.
And just really versatile.
Beautiful.
You know, you can do so much with them. So this is your Midnight Flowers stamp collection. So not only is it going to get you the gorgeous Dahlia, it's going to get you the Radiant Roses, which is in that really cool kind of slimline design. It's also going to get you the gorgeous sunflowers as well. So
Love
all
the
three
sunflowers.
of those stamp sets for £14.40 if you're a
Crazy,
diamond
isn't it?
member.
Crazy prices.
Just bonkers, isn't it? Absolutely stunning. And the detail that is in every one of these stamps as well is just gorgeous. You have got all of that stunning detail. You can be chopping into these, you can be decoupaging them, you can be layering them up. So beautiful. Cutting them out, use them as embellishments, you know, absolutely anything at all. Creating really cool ombre backgrounds within the flowers, and then stamping
That looks really cool.
in black. They're just so beautiful. Of course, Natalie is going to show us some incredible demonstrations as well, but let me show you some of the gorgeous makes that the team have done. This is one by our lovely Natalia, just chopping into it,
I
making
love
that
that.
look.
Because it doesn't even look like it's a stamp,
No,
or that she has cut into it. It literally is like it's perfectly meant to be that way, and it looks
Yeah.
so good.
it's beautiful, isn't it? This one is also really stunning from Jessica. So how different does that look compared to the stamp, just by doing it in the white? It's just beautiful, isn't it? Oh, this is cute. Love that. And then we have this one here as well, teaming it up with those butterflies that we'll be seeing shortly too. We have got this one. How nice is that, using it with your
I
pocket
was just about to
pads?
say it's really cool, isn't it?
Yeah,
Gives it such a different feel, doing it that way.
this is beautiful as well. That's from Kelly. We saw that one from Hazel then as well. We've got this one from Sharon. So using your nesting dies to give that a really cool dimensional finish. That is so lovely. And this one I love as well. Again, using those on the edge sentiments are just perfect for
So
this kind of
clever.
card.
And it looks so good as like a wrap.
Yeah,
I think that's really nice. It's such a good effect that you can do with these.
they're just beautiful. So you can buy them all individually as well if you wanted to just go for one or two designs. Obviously the 3 for 2 goes across all of our stamp sets, all of our £8 stamp sets. So if you wanted just the Radiant Roses strip stamp, you could add that one to your basket for £8, $7.20 for your diamond member. Of course, you will also get that 3 for 2. If you add another 2, you can get the Spectacular Sunflowers, which is also £8, and your dazzling Dahlias, however you pronounce them, is also £8. So you could add all these 3 new ones. We've already put them together under one item number for you, so you can grab those 3 knowing that you've got those secure, or you can cherry pick across the whole range and get any 3 for 2. You might want to mix and match with the butterflies that we've got coming up as well. But now we are going to head over to Nat.
We are.
We're going to make something beautiful.
So we're going to start off with an A5 card blank, and I'm going to take that on my trimmer and I'm just going to cut it down to 4 to make myself like a DL. A DL is normally sort of like the size of an A5 by, it's just 2 notches over the 4, but we're just going to do it to 4 just to keep it nice and easy. So I've got my card blank ready to go, and then you want to bring in your stamping press, and I'm going to lay out my card blank on my press. Now I'm going to use my press upside down because obviously this is going to be the front of my card. So I'm just going to add in my little elements here, and then I'm going to take my super skinny tape and just make sure that this is stuck down on here, so that that doesn't move as well. And if you want to add tape anywhere else, you absolutely can do. We're going to use our gorgeous roses for this one, so I'm going to peel this off my backing, and then my stamp goes this way up. So I'm just going to place this onto here, giving myself sort of like 1/4 of an inch on the side, and then I'm going to place my stamp press on top, pick up that stamp from that area there, and then I'm going to go in with my khaki colour for this, and we're going to go all over. So this is really going to show you how you can use your different colours, and this colour, your Air Force Blue, are really nice shades for your backgrounds. If you still wanted to keep that nice dark look but you're wanting to do something different, these stamps work really well. So just go in as much as possible with that. The beauty of these as well is, of course, that we can go in as many times as we want to make sure that we're not missing out any spaces. So let's just run that over, make sure all of those areas are lovely and stamped. And then we can lift that up.
Ooh.
And then I think I am going to do something a little bit different with this, so we don't actually have to make sure we've got full coverage on that background, but let's just go in one more time to show you
Look at that detail.
just how you can achieve that. It's quite incredible, isn't it?
It's stunning. It really is beautiful.
So I'm going to take that one more time now.
Oh, wow.
And then let me just go in at, which area is that? I can't work it out. Here. One more time, just in this section here. I'm going to stamp that. And then what I have chosen to do here, we'll take these off our board, and we'll take that side off now. And I'm going to go in with my little finger daubers, and we're using the same colour, so keeping it with the khaki. I don't have this one yet. There we go. And then I'm just going to go over the leaf details from sort of this area and sort of work that colour out. And you want to do that on all of your sort of areas where you've got leaf detail, and then you can go really in depth onto sort of like those edges. Don't worry about going over your flowers, because we're going to do something extra special next. So just go in over all of those bits and pieces until you're happy. You can add in lots of colour to like the centre pieces, because that is going to give you that gorgeous sort of ombre look of your colouring. And then of course not forgetting the bottom of your little roses there. So let's fill all of that in.
How handy are those finger daubers for things like that as well?
So easy, because the first time I did this I didn't have these and I really struggled. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take our craft knife and we're actually going to cut out all of the bits that you see green. So we are just going to line this up on here and then just go around the area, keeping a thin edge so it matches up with the edge that you've got with your stamp detail. And we're just going to pop this out. Now I have got one that I've done ahead of time, so you're not going to sit here for 20 minutes and watch me cut this out, because it did take quite a long time the first time I did it.
There's a lot more there than you think, isn't there?
So
when
much.
you look at it, it doesn't look as much, but yeah,
and especially when you're wanting to get into all of those leaf details and really make this like sharp and beautiful, then you need to be a little bit more careful with your cutting. I always like to cut sort of like roughly first, like so, and then like we said, any of those details like these leaves here, I'll go in on those and just make sure that that is matching like as it should be within there. So you can do that as many times as you like, and then once you've cut the whole thing out, you'll have something that looks a little bit like this, because we've removed all of that green away and it's giving you a gorgeous aperture to your card. So it's really fun. So that is how we're going to do our flowers. Then let's clean up our stamp, because we're going to switch out for a different colour now. We're going to take this off here. You want to kind of get as much green as possible off there, because it is going to mix your colours if you've still got a nice mixture. So using baby wipes or your stamp cleaner, just
you can run it
clean
under
that
a tap
stamp
as
off.
well, if if you've got one close to hand. I know all of us are all once we're at our craft desks, we don't want to move, so
No,
we do try and just work with what we've got.
we like to stay where we are, stay put. So I'm going to pop this back on here now, and let's add in my stamp again, just making sure that that's in the correct place. I think this time I might need to just tape this down. So I'll bring in my tape from before and just add that over the top. And we're kind of going to repeat the process again, but we're going to do it with some yellows. So this time I've got warm honey, I've got mustard, and I've got my yellow. So I'm going to do my stamping and my mustard. And we know that we're only using the flowers here, so we can just focus our colouring on those flower elements. We don't need to cover all of it. If you want to cover all of it because you want to use up different areas for another thing, then that's absolutely fine. But we're just going to cover where we know our flowers are going to be. So popping that down now. And again, you can lift this up.
You should use your hobby maker cloths. Where is it?
It's actually in my bag from Thursday. I haven't taken it out yet. I'm very unorganised sometimes. I'm not a hobby maker this week, so what I'll do is I'll leave my bag until I next go.
I do that.
And then I sort my bag out, so it's actually in my hobby maker bag. But that's such a good cloth to clean your stamps with. So let's go back
that
in
colour
again.
is gorgeous, isn't it? Is that the mustard?
This is the mustard.
Yeah, it's stunning.
It's really, really dark. So let's just get that. And I should have most of my flower details now. Oops. Got that one there. That one up here is good. So let's take this off. And again, we're going to bring in our daubers. So I'm going to go in with my warm honey. And I'm going to place my warm honey sort of on the outside areas or the middle section. It depends where it lands on the area, and it's okay if you're going to go around on these edges because we are going to cut these out to layer them onto our stamp. So just go in around as much as you want on there and on here, and then I'm going to place some up on the top bits of these little flowers, and then we're going to switch that out, and we're going to use our buttercup. So we'll switch that for our yellow, and then we're going to cover the rest of our flowers. And I think just having these daubers and being able to concentrate the colour in these certain areas instead of mixing it really helps when you're colouring this in. So you're going to do that with all of your flowers, and then let's bring in one that we have sort of cut to out a little bit. We're going to add a little bit more yellow around these certain areas, and then I'm going to pop that to one side, and I'm going to bring in some of our brush pens. So I have here 56 from our yellows and reds, and then I have 05, which is the really bright yellow, and then I've also got my 26, which is kind of like the match for the green. So for these now, we're just going to go on the inside edges of our flowery details, sort of like where you would get more depth of colour. And then if you have any of the gorgeous lines that Stacey's added in on those petals, we're just going to enhance those by going over them with this sort of deeper, it's more of like a golden sort of like sunset yellow. It's really, really rich, but it works perfectly for this.
It's so nice, such a good
technique. So we're going to go back over. It gives you the ability, especially with flowers that are this closed, to just add.
Just gives a bit more dimension, doesn't it?
Those hints of colour to your flowers.
Brings it to life.
So once we've done that, we're going to go over all of those with the yellow, just making that a little bit bigger, and you can bring that out as well, just to add that sort of hint of depth to your flowers. So we've got that on there, missed out that orange bit there. Just go over the other bits, and then anywhere where you want to add a little bit more yellow to as well, then you can do with your pen, and it's going to give you such a lovely sort of detailed look. And then we're just going to cut this out. I've got my others here ready to go as well, so I'm just cutting straight down the side of my stamp. You could do this with your trimmer and then cut around your flowers if you wanted to make sure that you were super straight and in line. And then again, we're just going to go around the edge of that flower, leaving in that mustard detail on the edge of all of those flowers.
They look fabulous. There's so many roses coming to life now. We had like hundreds of buds on our rose bush in the garden before we went away, and I thought I'd missed them all, but there's still loads still to open.
They're just so pretty. I
Yeah.
love yellow ones especially.
Me too.
So let's pop these on here now. I'm going to go in with my large foam pads on these bigger flowers. Let's just trim that one down. And then I can trim this into 3 for those smaller sections. So 1 on the little bud here that you've got, and then we'll do that one up here and this one on there. Oops. And this has had time to dry, so you'll be absolutely fine with your foam pads. But if you are doing this straight away, just give it a blast with your heat gun or add some construction glue onto there to make sure that that sits. And then it's just about placing all of your flowers on here. You can give them a nice shape to the edges as well, and that's going to allow them to sort of sit really nicely around on that card.
That looks so good.
So this one's going to fit up here. Again, just round a little bit of those edges, and it'll help with sort of hiding those workings on there. You can obviously do this again and sort of go into the middle of your flowers if you want to, or the outsides of your flowers to give them that really nice look. But this, it just adds so much colour, doesn't it?
It looks incredible. And how different does that
removing
look
it,
to the actual stamp?
it's crazy, isn't it? It looks so different when we've taken that sort of colouring away. So for my sentiment, we still have them available here at Hunky Dory, which I absolutely am so happy about. We're going in with our brand new stamps that came with our butterflies the other week. So we're going to do happy, and I'm going to do happy thoughts with this one.
Nice.
So we're going to keep the yellow detailing on, and I'm actually going to create like a nice ombre. So I'm going to go in with our buttercup first of all. This is where it's all going to go wrong because I'm stamping straight onto my card. I'm going to stamp with my buttercup.
Positive vibes.
And
Happy
then I'm going to
thoughts.
go in with the sort of warm honey towards the centre section there. And if you want to make sure that that's not a harsh sort of line, you can go back in with your lighter colour until you're happy with where that sits. And let's lie that down. I'm going to put that happy on here. And the beauty of this is I do have my pens, so if I want to go over anything,
That's perfect.
I can sort of bring in a little bit more colour by just sort of using my brush marker on, and I'm kind of giving it like a flicky motion.
Technical
on
term.
there. It is. Really, really lightly, not going too in depth at all,
It's really adding though.
to give that detailing. And obviously if you want to be super precise, we can then go over sort of like our edges with our little fine liner just to define that stamp perfectly. And because we've not used any sort of black in here, I want to stay away from that, so I'm going to do my happy thoughts. I'm going to do that in the lovely khaki colour. So let's bring that in, add that to our press, and then we'll just stamp this over. And I'm going to do it sort of halfway across the happy, I think.
Nice.
So let's pop that on there. And we are done.
That
So I'm
looks
actually going to have my card
amazing.
this way up. But of course, because we've stamped that sentiment that way, if you wanted to, you could have it this way. Completely up to you.
How beautiful is that? And how many different versions of that card can you make just by changing up the colours of
Up
your
the colour.
roses?
Yeah.
It is so, so
We
beautiful.
could use like a fresh green for our leaves. There's so many different ways in which we can make cards with this, but I love this stamp.
It is
Adding
stunning.
parchment behind the
Yes,
here,
that
maybe
would be
some
nice as
acetate,
well.
Whatever you wish.
Oh, we love it. Everybody is absolutely in love with that card. Honestly, there's so many comments of people saying how beautiful that is. Okay, so let's move on to the next section, which is the Midnight Butterflies. So again, we have got two A6 stamps for you, and we have that wonderful strip as well. So we've got this really large, gorgeous detail one here, which is the Flutterby Focus, which really kind of zoomed in and you can see all of that incredible detail. We have this one here, which is our Butterfly Trail. Oh no, butterflies all around. Which is almost more like a bit of a background.
It's really nice, this.
Really nice. I'm thinking you can definitely use this together with your florals. And then our Butterfly Trail strip, which is again, obviously that really cool, a little bit of a different stamp size and shape. You know, it isn't one that you come across very often.
No, I think that's why I like it.
Yeah.
Because you can use it for a lot more different things, and
Yeah.
it makes your brain think like, well, how can I use this one?
Yeah.
You can use it as panels, of course. You can use it as like sort of like layers on top, and sort of cut them out.
Yeah.
There's so many.
There's loads of different
cool
ways. Isn't
ways.
there? It is beautiful. So again, you can buy them all individually, but of course you can get all three in that incredible bundle, saving you £8. You are getting one for free, and it is just £14.40 if you are a Diamond member. But of course, if you want to mix and match, maybe you want to get 2 butterflies and you want to get 1 of flowers, you want to get the roses maybe, you can choose your own 3 for 2 as well. Just add any 3 of our £8 stamp sets to your basket, and when you get to check out, one of them will be absolutely free of charge for you. So you'll just pay £14.40 if you're a Diamond member for any 3 of our For the Love of Stamps. Let's have a look at some of these makes, because they are, oh, look at this, absolutely gorgeous. Look at the colours on there. That is just beautiful, isn't it? And that is just really simple as well, just creating that inky background and then stamping in black. Keeping it really, really simple. You could be heat embossing that with your golds and your silvers and your metallics. This one, look at that. Oh, so pretty, isn't it?
I feel like this one looks like it's been double heat embossed as well, but
It
I think it might
almost-
just be, it might just be like a thicker embossing powder.
Yeah, it could be.
It looks so cool
The
though.
texture in that embossing powder is really cool as well, isn't it? It is so, so pretty. Ooh, look at this one. Similar idea that we've just seen there, but
Oh, that's
obviously
cool.
replicated with the butterflies.
Lovely ombre on those
Yeah,
butterflies
it's
as well.
gorgeous, isn't it? This one is also really nice. I love the colours. Oh, sorry, I think you meant to do this way. Sorry. Absolutely stunning. Lots of orangey and reds with these butterflies. It's definitely
Oh, that's cute.
a cute colour combo, isn't it? That's nice, isn't it? Using your dies to create those 3D embellishments. And then we have this one here, again, just using that as a bit of a background. Again, just stamping, creating your ombre background and then heat embossing that with the white embossing powder on there. It just looks so cool, doesn't it? Such a lovely effect. Oh, stuck to my elbow. So don't forget all 3 of those stamp sets for £14.40. And you can mix and match as well. And then another item that we have added to the show, because we just thought it really worked quite nicely alongside those stamps, is the Floral Burst Sentiment Strips Stamp and Die Multi-Buy. So obviously your stamp you can get on its own. If you just want the stamp, you can get that. It's £8 on its own. It will drop into the 3 for 2. But you can save £5 if you grab it with this die set. And what this die does, you stamp your stamp in whatever colour you want, and then you cut it out with the die and it cuts all those words out for you. It's so cool.
It's really nice. Tiny little strips.
Yeah, just into little strip sentiments like this. So cool. It's going to be so useful. This is something that you're going to have. Here is it all stamped out for you, so you can see all the different words on there. You can put so many different sentiment combinations together. It is just wonderful, isn't it? And the font is so fun. It's really, really cute. Loads and loads of different things on there. Obviously you've got all the key kind of things like congratulations, anniversary, you've got happy, favourite, beautiful, birthday, special, thanks, best, so you can do best wishes. You've got new, sweet, sunny. Oh, it's just so cute. I love this. And obviously just having that die just makes it so easy. You can just stamp those stamps, cut them out, have them all in one of your little storage boxes, and then you can just come to them whenever you need them. You know, you can just make your own little sentiments together. £16.18 if you are a Diamond member. Okay, we are going back to
ready?
Natalie.
Okay, so for this one, we're going to use our All Over Butterfly. And we're going to create a nice background first before we actually stamp it. So I'm going to use a selection of my tapes to sort of line my background up. So I'm going to pop that one on there, and then I just want to see where my stamp sort of goes to on here, and then we're going to add that in. So just going over the edge ever so slightly. If I pop this straight, it's going to help as well. Just lining that up on my map. And then whereabouts were we? It's sticking everywhere. So I'm just going to go around about here with that, and just pop that on this guide on there. And then we're going to use 3 really sort of different colours. Actually, they're going to work together, but they are different in terms of the fact that they're very different colourways. So I'm going to start with my pink. I'm going to do my pink up at the top of my card, so let's just pop that down a little bit. I'm going to go sort of like in a triangle up here with our pink. Let's add that bit in, and then we'll switch that out for our purple. And this is a really sort of deep purple that I've chosen as well. So I always like to go in quite light first of all, just add that colour in lightly across there, mixing those sort of tones together, and then we can always bring in that first colour again just to go over those elements. And then I'm going to go a little bit deeper with my colour down at the bottom, because we are going to mix it into now a really, really vibrant teal colour. So swapping that one out, and let's go in with that teal. I'm going to go in and add more ink onto there and just bring in that colour first across that purple to really help with mixing those colourways. I'm going to pop that on.
Such a cool colour combo, isn't it? Like you say, it's something that you maybe wouldn't think to put together, but they actually
they're
work really well.
Sort of like completely different tones as well of colour, but it looks quite nice together in this way. So I'm popping that on there now. So we've added all our colour in, and then we'll pop these to one side. I'm going to bring in my press again, and I'm just going to line this up on my stamping press, keeping my tape on there just to make sure that when we stamp this, it's going to stamp really nicely. So we can add our magnets back in, and then let's grab our stamp. Now this is a new one. I don't think I used this one when I was making cards, so let's just take a little bit of that stickiness away. We're going to line that up on here, just going slightly over the edges of that tape, and then we're going to pop this down, and we are going to use our black for this. So I'm going to go in with my VersaFine. Got something on that there. Oh, is it coming off?
What is it?
Just a little bit of
A little bit of fluff.
I think it's a little bit of paper, like I've die cut something and it's just landed on. It's probably stickables. They do end up in those places.
Yeah.
Washing machine especially. Clothes, on other clothes that
Yeah, that you weren't even wearing at the time.
No.
Yeah. Pats.
Dan said to me, what's this gold stuff on my shorts? I was like, oh, I must have washed it with my top. So pop in a lot of colour in that now. And then we're going to go.
You can already see how amazing that's going to look.
Over on here. So we're keeping the tones of this colour really, really rich and dark on there. And we can lift that up. And then, of course, we can go back in. And because we're using our stamping press, we can go in as many times as we want to be able to get that nice colour on that black. And that's what's the best thing about having your stamping press for stamps like this, is how much we can get this nice hint of colour. I'm going to go lift that up. There's just a tiny little bit on
Oh, it looks so good.
this bit here, I think. But not that much. And then because of how much ink we have used on here, I'm just going to blast it with my heat gun because otherwise you end up,
Yeah.
because you've used VersaFine as well, it is an ink pad that takes quite a while to dry, because you can do fun things like heat emboss straight on top of this if you wanted to, but we're just gonna blast that over. I'm gonna remove this tape now, being really careful, because we don't want it to damage those edges. And the beauty of this is we can do this straight onto a card blank. We don't even have to do any matinal layering if we don't want to.
Yeah.
We could have added this straight on. So just taking that off there, and then let me just make sure I've got all this black off my fingers.
The last thing you want, isn't it, when you're trying to do like a nice clean and simple stamping card,
Yeah,
and then you get smudgy fingerprints.
all the time. So for this one, again, I was going to go in with my craft markers, and this is something that I'm doing quite a bit recently. I'm mixing and matching the sort of
The different mediums.
the different mediums together, and it's really nice with this, but because I've just used VersaFine, that's going to make it go all wobbly. So let's go in with my brush markers, if I can find some that match really nicely, because I want super dark colours. Oh, they're all on the top, it's like it was meant to be. Because what we can add in now is even more depth of colour by just going over our butterflies and giving them sort of a gorgeous ombre look
Could you
on
also
here.
go in with your finger daubers at this point with the same kind of colour
Yeah.
inks you've used as well?
Yeah, absolutely. If you don't want it to be as sort of like obvious.
Yeah.
Like, because this is super obvious now, the way that I'm colouring this in, it makes it look
It looks so good though.
like you can obviously tell that I've gone over with pens or something like that. So I'm going to do purple on this wing to about there. Let's do a bit of purple on these bits, because you do still have touches of purple on those. Nearly missed that whole one out there. And then pink at the top. So it just adds to your ombre that you've created in your background by just giving these butterflies wings so
makes
much
them
more
pop even more on that black.
dimension. It's such an easy thing to do. I
Yeah.
mean, we're just
Yeah, if
sort
you're
of
maybe not that confident using your brush markers, this is a great way of just kind of
adding
using
in
them,
those
but
colours.
not worrying about having to blend them and things like that.
Nope. And then this colour is either dying or it's exactly the same. Here we go. This is more of a, let's just check this. I think this is a super deep teal.
Oh,
That is a little bit
no.
sad. This isn't good. They've been stored flat as well. Maybe it's because they don't get used enough. Where is the other colour I was using? I think this one's too light. Got a little bit more on it though. Let's just keep going, because it will add just hints of that colour, which is all we want really, to just darken up those areas. But it gives it such a fun look.
It's fabulous. I love it.
And then we're just going to finish this off. We're going to, oh, I've not finished that bit there. I need to add pink up here. I wondered why it looked a bit strange. I was like, is that right? I'm mixing the wrong colours there. And then because we have used water-based products on all of those, if you wanted to make sure that those elements that we've added in are sort of a little bit more blended, I don't think this has got water in it, you can go in with your water brush and just go over some of those points, or even go in with your finger daubers or a lighter colour of your ink pads as well, of your pens, just to blend in the colour a little bit more. But we're going to finish this off now. So I've got a 6x6 card blank, and I've got some black stamping card, because we all love to matte and layer this onto black. So let's just check this. It is 6.5, so let's just go over that by 2. So we're still keeping that nice white edge on there, and I'm going to use this little offcut to die cut my thanks sentiment that we're going to use. So let's run this through on our MIDI. I'm going to do black, of course, so it really stands out on here.
Have we got our new Gemini yet?
We do, we've just not opened it.
How exciting.
It's in the craft room. There's just been too much going
We'll
on.
have to make sure we get the whirligig to go underneath it.
Oh, to spin it.
Yeah.
So pop that bit out. That's going to go really nicely across here now. So I'm going to go in with, let's go in with my tape, just because we know that that's stuck down then on here. So pop in my tape over on this, and we'll add that to our matte layer, and then we'll bring in some foam pads just to lift this up off the colour. So I'll pop that off there. That can go on here, like so. It's just a really thin layer
Cute.
of black, but it's going to help us in our next sort of stage. Pop these on. My foam pads are so pesky at the moment. Like half the backing keeps coming off. It comes off, but it's really, really weird.
Have those that new foam pad thing coming yet? Do you know?
Not that I'm aware of.
Oh,
It could sneakily be here though.
it could be. Nobody's told us. It's very exciting.
We'll pop in this on our white card. That's going to allow that to
Ugh,
pop a little bit more.
So good.
And then foam pads for this one. So super skinnies fit perfectly in here. We need these in black though, don't we?
Yeah, we can make that happen.
If you wanted to be very specific though,
You could colour
you
them.
can colour it. Your alcohol markers will definitely go over those edges. So just going along all of this here. I'm going to switch out for my knife just because it's going to be easier. Just to cut that across there. Maybe my knife isn't going to be easier. And I love the font on this one as well because it's so old school. It has like
Yeah.
a really nice sort of classic look to it. So we'll pop that on there. You want to be careful not to bend your word out of shape too much when you're adding the bits on or stretching it out. So our last little bit can go on that base here, and then we can just pull that backing off. I'm going to pop that sort of like across the bottom section. I've got go a little bit over on here. So even though we're going sort of like onto black with sort of like a black text, because we're adding it on the foam pads and because it's a different sort of
Yeah, it's a different finish, isn't
colour,
it?
it's still going to stand out really nicely. Oh, because my ink's still a bit damp, it's just taking a while for those foam pads to grab onto there. And then with my gemstones, I'm going to go in with colours that we've used. So we've got a purple, we've got a pink, and then on the greens, there's this gorgeous teal colour. So we'll add that in as well. And I'm just going to go in and sort of place those around my sentiment. So let's go in with the teal one there. And I'll do another couple. Let's go in with a little pink and a medium teal underneath it. Where's that one gone? There we go. It's such a gorgeous stamp.
Fabulous. Absolutely fabulous. Viv was just saying, I didn't realise you could colour the foam pads. I thought you'd lose the adhesive on them. If you just stick to the edges.
Edges. Colour them
not your
before you
sticky
take
bits.
off the
Yeah,
backing.
yeah, and just try and do the sides, 'cause that's the only bit that you see anyway. But I mean, you can't even see them on there.
No, you can't. And because you're kind of going onto white anyway, it's not that bad. It kind of gives you like a 3D effect.
Yeah, it looks incredible. How stunning is that card? Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, so I'm just going to repeat that Win It Weekly for you to win. Where have I put it? Here. a wonderful selection of Miri Essentials, your core Miri Mega Mix. So you get 20 sheets of gold, 20 sheets of silver, 20 sheets of rainbows, give you your 60 sheets in total. 5 winners will win this on Friday, but you need to answer our question correctly. Which famous person celebrates their birthday on March 15th? Is it A, Doctor Who, is it B, Sherlock Holmes, or is it C, Santa Claus? Let us know who you think celebrates their birthday on March 15th, and you could be with a chance of winning one of those incredible bundles. Okay, so another thing that we're going to quickly share with you is our Moonstone.
Oh yes. These ones
Yeah,
are perfect, aren't they?
yeah. These are your Just to Say Combos Ultimate Collection. I mean, look at that price. That diamond price is insane. £17.97 for all 3 dies and stamp sets. So each one of these comes with the large kind of die. So this one is your Hooray. You actually get 3 dies in there. You get the words and then you get the edges so that you can do your shadows. You can actually use them to cut away, like on here on the card we've used them. You can move them is what I'm trying to say. So you can create like apertures for that word to sit into. It's just wonderful. And then you're going to get this stamp set as well, so you can put together your own little sentiments again. So you can have hip hip hooray, hooray, your parents, hooray, so happy for you. You know, lots and lots of different things you can do there. Then we have got the Because. You can buy them all individually as well, by the way. £8.99 if you're a Diamond member. This one is really lovely because I think it's so nice to send these kind of cards, you know, just because it's a very special day, because I believe in you, because you're the best, because I miss you. It's just so cute, isn't it? Because you're not alone. How sweet is that? Absolutely love it. And again, you're going to get your 3 dies and you're going to get those stamps included as well. And then your final set is the amazing, hope your day is as amazing as you. Amazing, you did it. Amazing day, amazing things. So you can have You Are Capable of Amazing Things. How cute is that? Wishing you an amazing day. You passed to my amazing friend. Absolutely love. And again, I'll just show you there the metal and your stamps in there too. So £8.99 if you're a Diamond member for them individually, or you can get all of them for £17.97.
Such a good price.
That's like, it's literally one free, isn't it?
It's crazy with the amount of tools you're getting in that.
And how often do we use we use them all the time. These are our go-to dies for everything. All of those kind of core paper launches that we do, like Dual Design paper pads and pattern packs and things like that. These are the dies that we rely on all the time. Look how well they work as well with your Midnight Butterflies and your Midnight Florals. How stunning is that? Just adding that parchment behind there as well. This one is stunning with that umbrella. Oh, look at this. We love a shaker. Absolutely gorgeous. This one, Make Today Amazing.
I love it when you have it like on the top of the front of the card.
It's so
like
cute, isn't it?
It's such a clever technique.
Oh, it's side. It's me. I've got it upside down. It's sideways.
So cool.
This one is really cool as well, just using loads of them in the background to create your actual background paper design. Another Hooray. Oh, this one's really cute.
I love that one.
That's
that
fab,
one is very
isn't
cool.
it? So cute. So that is your Just to Say Combos Ultimate Collection, £17.97. And then I'm just going to give you a quick recap of the new launch that we had today. I've hidden them all. So we have got the Midnight Butterflies. Sorry, I don't know where I put the flowers. I'll find them in a minute. We got our Midnight Butterflies. So you've got the Flutter by Focus. You have got your butterflies all around and your butterfly trail for £14.40. They're behind me. Right at the bottom. There we go. And then we have the flowers, and you've got the Radiant Roses. You've got the spectacular sunflowers and the dazzling dahlias. So you can, I mean, imagine, right? So it should be, what is it, £24? For £28, if you're a Diamond member, you can get them all. Madness. £28.80. All of them.
It's such a
What a treat.
They're so good and they
What
work
a
so well
treat.
together as well.
Yeah, they
And
do.
Because they're stamps, the great thing about these is that depending on the colours that you use, depends on the season that you send these for. So they'll be great for spring with really bright colours, then autumn with those gorgeous oranges and reds, and
Yeah.
then you know, you could even do winter ones because you could add sort of like snowflakes.
Yeah, definitely.
So, like, on
your
top of the
dahlias, if you do it in
flowers.
like blues and like frosty purples and
Yeah.
things, it would look amazing,
So
wouldn't
many,
it?
the flowers and butterflies, we
Yeah.
all love them, don't we? But
We do.
when you can colour them in and change them up so much, they're absolutely perfect.
They're essential. Absolutely essential. Okay, let me fill you in on the TV schedule. So tomorrow, Bex is at Hobby Maker. We've got a train booked and everything. She's going to get on it. It's going to be perfect. She'll never live it down, bless her, ever. She'll never live that down. That cutting into the wrong plate on the brand new plates on the machine.
That wasn't her, was it? I thought that was Becca. I thought that was Rach.
Oh, I thought it was Bex on the magnetic sheet on the.
Oh no,
on
the magnetic shape was her. Yeah, the plate that's been snapped was Rach. And,
That's
and I
nasty.
have new plates, but I refuse
Yeah,
to put them in the
we're
craft
really
room.
tight, aren't we? We
Yeah.
have. I've got new MIDI plates hidden. Like we won't let them have them because they can't be
I
trusted.
just don't want another set ruined.
No, I think you're gonna have to like label the new Gemini ones. Be like, this one goes at the bottom.
Bottom, middle.
This one goes next.
Yeah.
But Bex is at Hobby Maker tomorrow, 1, 3 and 4. She has got best price ever on Book of Toppers, Miracle Essentials and Duo Colour paper pads.
Those shows have been so popular, you know. They have been
Really
so
busy, haven't they? Yeah, it's been
So
super
busy.
busy. So we are back tomorrow. I am swapping out for Rach tomorrow. She doesn't know yet, but I am swapping out for Rach tomorrow because I've got a little bit of prep to do for Thursday. And we have got a Tenner Tuesday for you. So there's going to be some epic deals all at £10 and under. So make sure you join us at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. Have a lovely rest of your Monday.